What up, though? Just your boy Beezy with a solo review. Dead in hip hop, of course, representing. You know what I'm saying? Figured since we didn't get a chance to talk about this as a group, me being from Detroit, what I'm saying, I rep the hometown artist that I love, Guilty Simpson, producer Apollo Brown. Figure we talk about Dice Game. Dice Game from Mellow, one of my favorite current record labels that's out now, Mellow Music Group. And they come up with this dual project, called Dice Game with Apollo Brown, Guilty Simpson. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of Guilty Simpson, MC from Detroit, and a huge fan of Apollo Brown, who was also from Detroit. So Apollo Brown released the project earlier this year, which y'all know that I love a lot. That was actually in my top 5, mid-year top 5, which is Trophies with MC Vet OC from DITC. But anyway, go talk about Dice Game. I had the pleasure to hear some exclusive some of the beats that Apollo Brown showcased at this year's A3C. And he played like about 3 or 4 joints from here, and it was, oh man, that joint was just like crazy. So on to the album. Dice Game starts off with a nice intro. Movie sound like a movie intro or something. I think it's an interlude from a movie. Dude rolling the dice, shaking the game, and then it goes right into Reputation. And Reputation is like the Detroit anthem. If you from the D, born and raised in the D like I am, when you hear Reputation, you like, wow, like Guilty Simpson. He can make the most, like, Guilty Simpson, he's not like super lyrical. He's not no Elzai crazy with the microphone. He can say the most simplest bars, and his shit just sounds so amazing. Because I think his presence on the microphone, man, is just on the mic is just so he demands presence and demand respect when he's on the microphone, man. He has a nice aggressive, almost similar to Sean Price, not exactly, but like his aggressiveness and his hardcore rhymes is just so on point. And the bars he was saying in Reputation was just like, oh my god, I was just like, goodness. And he took me back I was back home. It was like when Nas made New York State of Mind. When he made New York State of Mind on Illmatic, it kind of put you in that mindset like, oh damn, he describing New York. Like, it make you feel like you was in New York with New York State of Mind. And that's how I feel with this Reputation. It's like, man, he described Detroit like so to the T, so perfect. And I was just like, oh, thank you. So he started off, then he went to Let's Play. And Let's Play, which it also had that sample that I can't think of the dang on name. Someone shoot me the comment. I can't think of the dang on name that it was of Cream. Wu-Tang RZA, he sampled it on the Cream record, and how Apollo Brown looped that sample around, which was crazy on that joint. I was like, oh yes, thank you so much, Apollo Brown. I mean, one thing about this project I can say is that Apollo Brown, normally people were saying in Trophies, Apollo Brown was like outshining OC, a lot. But I think on this project, they both equaled out so well. Like, Guilty Simpson was killing Apollo Brown verses, and Apollo Brown beats was just staying up with Guilty Simpson's wordplay and lyrical flow and everything on this album, man. Like, it was just perfect. Like, pretty much in a nutshell version, like, Guilty Simpson just pretty much said, like, life is like a dice game. And this is, to me, I think this is Guilty's 3rd project, but this is his most complex and most personal project that he released, I think up to date, as far as, even OD to the Ghetto was pretty, personal, but I think this one, he just poured it all out about himself, about him growing up, his surroundings, how he's a product of his environment, and truth be told, how he told those stories about him, being a youngin' and everything, like, and and Apollo Brown, that Willie Hutch sample on Truth Be Told, oh my goodness, golly, I'm trying to think. And then I love it because this album didn't really have no features. The only features, in which I think is probably one of the most groundbreaking beats for this year for Apollo Brown, is that Planet Asia joint, Nasty. And I mean, Nasty pretty much summed it up. That track was nasty. Like, oh my god, man, the way Apollo Brown hit hard with that beat and them drums and that damn gospel sample in the background. or gospel or R&B sample, whatever that was. I need to look up and see what was that he sampled, because I'm like, Jesus Christ, that joint was freaking crazy. That's the thing about Apollo Brown, man. His production, he stayed so consistent. It was consistent to the point to where, sometimes when you hear consistent production, you thinking like, okay, it sounds the same, it's boring. But that's the thing with Apollo Brown, like he can stay so consistent, but every beat on there sounds completely different. And like nothing, yeah, he's doing a lot of soul sampling, but none of the beats on there sound the same. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, same thing with Trophies. It's like he just kept me guessing every track. Like, man, what is this dude about to flip on this joint? What is he about to flip on this joint? And hearing that, I'm like, man, this dude Apollo Brown is nasty on the beats, man. And Guilty Simpson is nasty as well on the mic. So this is a great combination of the Detroit. Haven't seen a Detroit 1-2 punch producer MC this nasty. Well, not just this nasty, but like, this is a great Detroit duo project since, Danny Brown's last year EP with Black Milk with Black and Brown. Another Detroit, duo making a project together. And this project, oh man, well, can't count out Fat Father and Chance too. They dropped the dope project, Fatherhood. Y'all check that out when y'all get a chance. Look it up, Google it, purchase it, whatever. Thought I'd give him a shout out, Fat Father. Who else had another? Oh yeah, Torre. I thought, Torre verse. I've heard better Torre features before. So this Torre feature, not knocking him at all, because I love Torre. I'm a huge fan of him. Not knocking him, but I thought this could have been a better feature from Torre. I think he could have kind of kept that feature or kept that song, but I mean it went well. The Potatoes went well with the that's the name of the track, Potatoes. I'm sorry, the track that Torre was on, Potatoes. It went well with the theme of the album. You know what I'm saying? The theme of the album stays so consistent and so cohesive. It's almost like, how can you... Only reason why I can say you don't like this project is if you don't like soul sampling production and you just don't like Guilty Simpson as an MC. That's pretty much understandable. But if you're a fan of Guilty Simpson and if you like soul sampling production, I can't understand why you would not like this album. This album was pretty much flawless on that point as far as what I was expecting, which was from Apollo Brown. Was doing a lot of soul sampling, hard knock drums, hard bass lines. I got that. That's what I expected from Apollo Brown, and I'm glad I got that from Apollo Brown. Guilty Simpson, coming off the OJ with Madlib, I was like, man, where is he gonna go next with this project? And I didn't know what he was gonna talk about. And coming from my disappointment, even though I still liked it from Random Acts, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm ready for Guilty to come off with another dope solo project. Well, I didn't really say a solo project. It seemed like a solo project because he's on the mic all the time. But for the most part, this project I loved it. Actually, this project grew on me because at first, when I first listened to this project, the first couple times, I was like, I love it. But I think I like Trophies a little bit more. But man, like the more I listen to it, and I'm not being biased, honestly. The more I listen to it, just the more I appreciate the way how Guilty Simpson was just, his words of wisdom, man, was just crazy, man. It was just in the simplest form. Like I said, he's not super lyrical, throwing out huge metaphors and nothing like that. He just hits you with some real shit in the simplest form, and he gives it to you with great wordplay and good flow. Gotta love Guilty Simpson. I mean, you see why I was arguing with Mike C-Town about the Guilty Simpson and Sean Price thing. I just love the way Guilty Simpson came at you and told a story about himself and the way he made it and flipped it around like a dice game. Life is a dice game. So you gotta love that, man. It's just like, yeah, the bigger gamble was the infusion of Guilty's grit, of Apollo Brown production, man. That's what sums it up. That's what sums it up about this album. I can probably go a little bit longer about this album, but I don't want to. I just wanted to shoot y'all a YouTube video. I hope Apollo Brown and Guilty Simpson check this out. Love the project, man. Also, man, shout out Marv One, man. Heavy as the Head. Pick up that album, man. Pick that up. It's on his Bandcamp. If you follow him on Twitter, check out his Bandcamp. Listen to the album. Just wanted to shout out my bro Marv, man. While I'm on the subject of Detroit, so I'm talking about Detroit artists and producers. Just thought I'd shout him out. I wish we could have did a review on that, Heavy as the Head, as well. I'm pretty sure Marv would have been looking for it. I'm glad both of them did well with this project. Gamble was more of a sure shot. This was a hell of a gamble that them two took, and I'm glad they did this project. So hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all like this album. If you don't like this album, if it's not for you, that's okay. If you love it, hit me up. Say you love it. If you don't love it, tell me why you don't like it. I'm not going. It's no love lost. You know, music. Everybody got different opinions about music. It just hits you in a different way. So, I mean, I'm not gonna get mad. You can hit me up and say, "Yo, Beezy, man, this shit was whack." I mean, all right, cool. If you think it's whack, why you think it's whack? But anyway, follow me on Twitter, Beezy430. Follow Danny Hip Hop. Shout out Modest Media, K Binge, FIFO, Mike C Town, Marjorie, TJ, Payozo, all of them. You know. It's still Daddy Hip Hop, whatever. Just did a little solo, just like how Mike did his solo. Doing my solo, we might get a Ken or a FIFO solo next. So you never know. You never know who might be next. You might see Modest Media doing a solo or something. But anyway, man, hit me up. Let me know what y'all think. Appreciate y'all watching. That's it. Beezy for president.